Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to PPS Lab Sessions, where we are performing number of programs to learn C language, how we can perform all those tasks using C language program or code. Well, till now, we have completed up to 14th practicals, right? Initial set was a very basic one to understand how we can go for printf and scanf things. Next lab was to understand the conditional flow here. 8 to 14 was the programs we have created in previous lab. Look, फिर से एक बार क्लैरिफाई कर दूं, अगर आप ये प्रोग्राम्स कंप्लीट नहीं कर पा रहे हो within 2 hours lab, then you have to sit some in extra time and you need to complete those programs. Because we want to touch each and every program given in this list. At least हमें ये हर एक program को एक बार देखना है. That's why we are going a little bit faster right now. But when complexity of program will increase, I will decrease the number of programs to be covered in one lab. ठीक है? जैसे ही हम आगे जाएंगे, एक लैब में 7-8 प्रोग्राम नहीं दूंगा मैं. जैसे ही कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बढ़ेगी, एक लैब में हम 2 प्रोग्राम या 3 ही प्रोग्राम करेंगे. What I believe, these programs are very much simple right now, and it is easy to complete in 2 hours lab session, right? So we have completed up to 14th program. We are done. The last 14th program was related to switch case. Take a number from user and correspondingly you print the day name starting from Sunday up to Saturday. So that's what we have completed. Today, we want to go for 15th, 16th, and 17th program. Now, all these programs are related to loop. Starting from 15th up to 31, all the programs are related to loop structure, looping part. And we have seen number of examples in lecture session today also. So what I plan is, आज आप प्रोग्राम्स बनाओगे 15th, 16th, 17th, 3 प्रोग्राम ये, and 29, 30 and 31. Okay, total 6 programs आपको complete करने हैं आज. Well, if we discuss these programs, let me discuss it. I'm going to show you something also, and then you will have your time to write all these codes. So if we talk about 31st program, it says print the following pattern: A, B, 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 C, 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 D, 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 E, and so on. Well, we have seen this example already in the lecture. If you remember, I have shown you the same pattern, right, with number as well as with character today in the lecture session. अगर आपको वो रेफर करना है, वो लेक्चर ऑलरेडी हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल में अपलोड हो चुका है. सो यू मे गो फॉर दैट रिकॉर्डिंग, हैव अ लुक एट दैट रिकॉर्डिंग, और आप ये कर सकते हो. अगर क्विकली इफ यू वांट मी टू डू दैट, देन let me open that project. I believe this was the project. Yeah, this is where we have it. So if I run this code, let us see what current code gives us. This was the thing. Now we don't want this part, so if I comment it out, extra space before, अगर मैं उसको comment कर दूं, then this is the output. Now this is similar to this one, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, and so on. But right now we have a lower triangular matrix. अगर इसको upper triangular बनाना हो, then simply change this thing. ये बन गया आपका upper triangular. अब अगर आपको 5 तक जाना है, then fine, have it 5. And you'll have the exact output that is required in 31 program, second portion. A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, and so on. So it's a nested for loop structure. Now even you can take this number from user. आप ये फिक्स कर दो 5, या तो फिर यूजर को पूछो आपको कितनी रो चाहिए. यूजर से 10 रोज, तो आप यहाँ पे x लेस देन n कर दो. n यू आस्क यूजर टू इनपुट. तो ये फॉर लूप जो है वो डायनामिक हो जाएगी. यूजर को जितनी रो चाहिए उतनी रो आप ले सकते हो. एंड वी हैव दिस वन. That's what is required inside 31st program, second part. Similarly, you may go for this one also. So these are upper triangular matrix we have seen, and that's the 31st program. If you look at 30th program, then there are sub portions. Lower triangular matrix 1 2 3 4, we have seen it already. Upper triangular 1 2 3 4 5, ABCD की जगह digit ले लो तो ये हो गया आपका same output. ठीक है. Now this is again similar to 31st program. A, first letter is A, then you have B, then third row you have C. Instead of that, you take this thing, digits starting from 5 and decrease it. So backward direction, minus minus करते जाओ, तो आपको ये output मिल जाएगा. And the first one and the fourth part is again same pattern, just आपके output numbers change हो रहे हैं. तो यहाँ पे आप हर बार when you print you increase, जब आपने प्रिंट किया आपने उसको इंक्रीज किया. लेकिन यहाँ पे ऐसा है कि जब आप नई रो में जाते हो, when you print slash n then you increase. तो सिर्फ इतना समझना है. You can achieve all these outputs also. 30th program. 29th program हमने किया था. Lower triangular with star, upper triangular with star, and this program we have also seen today by just maintaining number of spaces in the printf statement. So perfect triangle on the output screen. So 29, 30 and 31 ये तीनों प्रोग्राम सिर्फ पैटर्न रिलेटेड है. तो ये 3 प्रोग्राम आप करोगे. Now let us discuss 15, 16 and 17 also. Look, 15th program says find out maximum and minimum number from given 10 numbers. Well, this is what the thing we were discussing at the end when we were discussing the last program. So let me show that program also. If we go to, no, let me go for projects and save this one. Let it be. I don't want to save it. Oh, caching problem. Let me reload the page. Hopefully site will come live. Yeah, and the second program. So this is the same one. We take 10 numbers from user and we also find out minimum and maximum, and we print those minimum and maximum numbers, right? So the last program we were discussing is actually your program number 15th. Find out minimum and maximum number from given 10 numbers. So ये भी हो गया आपका. Then 16th program says write a C program to input integer number, like एक ही integer number लेना है, and check the last digit of number is even or odd. ठीक है, last digit of number is even or odd. Now how will you do this? Well, actually this program does not require any loop. इसमें कोई loop लिखने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. You take one number from user, आपको वो पूरा number मिल जाएगा. Then what you do is you perform modulo operation with 10. Number modulo 10. 10 से अगर आप उस नंबर को डिवाइड करते हो और अगर आप रिमाइंडर फाइंड करते हो, then it is going to be the last digit. 10 से डिवाइड करने पे जो लास्ट डिजिट होगा वही एज अ रिमाइंडर मिलेगा. सो सिंपल, आपको लास्ट डिजिट मिल गया नंबर में से. देन यू सिंपली चेक वेदर इट इज इवन और ऑड. इवन ऑड चेक करने के लिए फिर से हम उसको मॉड्यूलो ऑपरेशन करेंगे विथ 2, नंबर मॉड्यूलो 2, 2 से डिवाइड करो, रिमाइंडर 0 है तो वो इवन है, अगर रिमाइंडर 1 है देन इट्स द ऑड नंबर. So as simple as that, which means this program doesn't require any loop. You just need to perform number of modulo operation. Given integer number को modulo 10 करो तो आपको last digit मिलेगा, वो last digit को modulo 2 करो तो आपको even या odd पता चलेगा, right? Okay, and then the 17th program, it says write a C program to find factorial of a given number. Let me show you this program. Let us do this program and then you will have your time to perform all these 6 programs, 15, 16, 17, 29, 30, 31. Well, directly modulo 2 करो तो भी in a way आपको पता चल जाएगा कि final number जो है वो even है या odd. That's correct, Vyom. But as this program says, you need to extract last digit. तो हमें वो लॉजिक एक बार समझना है कि अगर हम मॉड्यूलो 10 करते हैं तो हमें रिमाइंडर में लास्ट डिजिट मिलता है. दैट्स व्हाट वी वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड हियर. अदरवाइज डजंट डिपेंड. इंटीजर नंबर अगर है तो उसके लास्ट डिजिट को मॉड्यूलो 2 करो या तो फिर उसी नंबर को मॉड्यूलो 2 करो. इट इज गोना बी इवन और ऑड. इट्स ओके. या सो नाउ लेट मी शो यू दिस 17th program. 17th program, finding a factorial. So let us do that program here, and we'll create a new program, new project, and we are doing the 17th program. So let me bring that in a documentation section. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to find a factorial value of a given number. अब ये given number integer भी हो सकता है, float भी हो सकता है. We will work with integer only right now to make it simple one. So first of all, we require a number which user is going to enter. User एक number देगा आपको, and we will require one more variable. Let's say fact, a factorial. Let's give factorial full name. Now, as long as we'll be to find out a factorial, we will be multiplying those numbers, and multiplication unit I want is 1. So I will initialize my factorial with 1. Now that's the final answer. So we will require 2 numbers. We have it. Now let us ask user to enter a number first. So we'll print a message. Please enter a number to find its factorial. Okay, and then we will scan that number. Scanf. It is integer, so %d and ampersand num. So we have taken that number. Now we want to find out factorial of that number. So let's say somehow you find factorial. Let's say calculating factorial of a given number. Somehow you calculate it. Then you are simply going to print that thing. So printf factorial of %d, so given number, is, and then we want to print a final answer, another %d. So ये पहला %d जो है वो आपको ओरिजिनल नंबर प्रिंट करके देगा. So let's have num, कॉमा, सेकेंड %d जो है वहाँ पे हमें फाइनल आंसर चाहिए, फैक्टोरियल चाहिए. Okay, so second one I'm going to have this final answer. So that's my result. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me save this as a PPS. This is a C batch and the 17th program. Okay. So now we need to find we need to write a code which will actually give us a calculation, final calculation of factorial. Now, what is factorial? If you talk about 4 factorial, then it is nothing but 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4. So actually we are multiplying all the numbers starting from 1 up to the given number. So if you say what is 6 factorial, then it is 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, 4, 5 up to 6. That gives you the factorial value. Now you can also write this in a reverse. 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. That is also equal. Right? Now I wanted to show you this explicitly because we will be working with this thing. Because we have our number already. Right? We have our number. User has given us a number. Now what we need to do is we need to multiply that given number with number minus 1. 4 is multiplied with 3. So I want to multiply my number with number minus 1. Then the next time what we will do is we will multiply it with number minus 2 value and so on. And what we'll do is we will be doing this thing up to until we have number minus something becomes 1. So what I want is, let's say whatever number is given to me, I'm going to have one loop control variable. For example, let us have I iterations. I. So what we will do is we will go for loop, and inside that we are going to calculate our factorial. But what I'll do is I will initialize my I with a number. So let us have I equals to number. Then every time what we do is we decrease 1 from that number. Second time we decrease 2 and decrease. So this is nothing but you do I minus minus. Again, next time you do I minus minus and so on. So inside our loop, we can do that I minus minus. Correct? Now, where do we keep all these answers? When we multiply 1 with 2, we have the answer 2. We need to store that answer so that next time we can multiply that answer with 3. 2 multiplied by 3, 6. Then 6 multiplied by 4 and so on. So that answer we are going to store in this factorial value. So what I'll do is I'll do factorial equals to factorial multiply by I. Every time I'm going to multiply I with the factorial and I'm going to update my existing factorial. That's why we have taken initialization part 1 here. Okay. So first of all, I is 4. 1 multiplied by 4, you will have 4. And then you do I minus minus. So I becomes 3. Factorial is 4. 4 multiplied by 3, 12. Then you go I minus minus. Factorial is 12 and I becomes 2. 12 multiplied by 2, 24. Now your factorial is 24 and I minus minus, it will become 1. So 24 multiplied by 1, 24. Then you go and do I minus minus. Now I becomes 0, but we don't go up to that. We stop at 1. Even we can stop at 2 also, because something multiplied by 1 doesn't matter. So that's where we want to stop, right? And that will be our termination condition here inside our for loop. For loop में बीच वाला जो part है, that is the condition, termination condition. जब तक I की value greater than 1 है, I'm going to perform this thing. When I becomes 1, आई एम गोइंग टू स्टॉप इट। 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करके मुझे कुछ फायदा नहीं है, वही आंसर मिलेगा। सो लेट मी स्टॉप एट 1 and that's where we decide that condition. So this was only to understand. Let us comment it out. This was the only understanding part. So this is how we calculate the factorial, and finally we print that factorial. That's our code. So let's save C language, and then if I run this code, it is going to ask me one number. Let me give factorial of 5. It gives me 120 answer, and that's the perfect one. So it also prints factorial of 5 is 120. So here, this is example of using a for loop, and we just need to analyze the given problem. What is factorial? Okay, factorial is this thing. अब मैं यहाँ पे repetitively multiplication करना चाहता हूँ, repetitively, so I'll require a loop. अब जब loop लेते हैं तो forward loop भी हो सकता है, backward loop भी हो सकता है. Now that depends on you. अगर आप forward loop में जाना चाहते हो, then you'll start I equals to 1, I less than given number. आप ये भी कर सकते हो. Let me show you that thing also. अगर मैं इसको copy कर लूँ, let's go for this, and let me comment this part. You can also have a forward loop. You can start I equals to 1, and you can range up to I less than equals to given number, and you can go for I plus plus. Now forward loop will also work. Okay, if I save this and run this one, factorial of 5 is 120. So अगर आपको ये बैकवर्ड लूप समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, आप फॉरवर्ड लूप भी ले सकते हो, डिपेंड्स. मुझे ये बैकवर्ड लूप अच्छा लगता है, so I go for that. Now even you can optimize this thing. I को 1 की जगह आप 2 से भी स्टार्ट कर सकते हो, because that's what we multiply. 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करने में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So I can go for I equals to 2, I less than equals to number. That will also work. That will give me the same answer. So factorial of 5 is still 120. But the important thing is, we want to have a look at how we can use loop to perform some similar tasks multiple time. यहाँ पे हम multiplication जो है वो repeat कर रहे हैं within a loop. Well, so that's what the factorial example is. So going back to list of practicals, I think I have explained all 6 practicals. Practical number 15, 16, 17, and then you jump to the practical number 29, 30 and 31. ये 6 प्रोग्राम आज आपको करने हैं. Remaining programs we will do in the next lab. So that's all from my side. Before we stop this recording, just post your enrollment numbers in a chat box so that your attendance will be recorded. उसके बाद मैं ये recording बंद कर दूंगा और आप अपने programs कर सकते हो. We all will be here till the end of this lab. बीच में कहीं पे भी आपको कोई problem है, error आ रही है, आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, you can ask me. We will solve that problem and try to complete all these programs. Yeah, so that's all from my side. Just quickly post your enrollment numbers, and then you start creating your programs. Pattern पहले समझ में आती है तो उसमें जाओ. Look, ये 16 to 28 ये सारे प्रोग्राम जो हैं वो सिंगल लूप से होते हैं. 29 से लेके बाद के प्रोग्राम जो हैं वो नेस्टेड लूप चाहिए होगी, इसलिए प्रैक्टिकल लिस्ट में बाद में आ रहे हैं. बट आई बिलीव ये पैटर्न वाले प्रोग्राम आपको अच्छे लगेंगे टू स्टार्ट विथ, तो पहले हम वो करेंगे. एंड ये जो कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रोग्राम्स है, लॉजिक वाले जो प्रोग्राम्स हैं, वो हम बाद में देखेंगे इन अ नेक्स्ट लैब. Well, so one last call. Post your enrollment number in a chat box so that attendance will be recorded. Just after 1 minute, I'm going to stop this recording. जल्दी से अपने नंबर पोस्ट कर दो. Well, Viraj is asking, well, screenshot of what? Code? Viraj? अगर मैं पूरा कोड दे दूंगा तो फिर प्रोग्राम मिल जाएगा आपको. आप ट्राई क्या करोगे? एटलीस्ट यू शुड ट्राई. नेस्टेड फॉर लूप लेके कुछ भी प्रिंट करो और देन यू प्ले विथ लूप कंट्रोल वेरिएबल्स. आपको पता चलेगा कि ये प्रिंटिंग कैसे होता है. स्टिल इफ यू वांट टू रेफर रिकॉर्डिंग, या आई थिंक पहले भी किसी ने पूछा था, सोनू कुमार आस्क्ड व्हाट इज द यूट्यूब चैनल. Well, I believe you are aware that you can find all recordings in your student login. Student login के अंदर lecture page पे जाओ तो आपको हर एक दिन के recording वहीं पे मिल जाएंगे. जैसे ही हम attendance upload करते हैं आपके student portal के अंदर आपको वो recording मिल जाता है. So you can find that recording, even today's recording, in that place. Okay, so let me stop this recording now because we don't want unnecessary recording here, and you start performing your practicals.